How are we? Good to see you. Rando live stream Saturday afternoon. Still setting her up. Make sure that went right. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see who's around. Let's see what we got going on. What is it? 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully someone's around. Mute the phone. Turn it all the way down. I wish I could set this thing up before I actually start the live stream, but hello, 12 people that just signed on. Julio, what's going on? Johnny5, what's kicking chicken? How you doing, buddy? All right, that is all set up, and we are all set up. Okay, cool. Bubba, how you doing? Julio, hello. Jamie, good afternoon to you as well. Good to see people are around. Random, very random live stream. Just woke up, actually. Alexi, how you doing? Colorado in the house, good stuff. Johnny5 got the exhaust done on the Tundra. Gonna need some clips of that, J5. Let's see. Kenneth, Massachusetts in the house. How you doing, buddy? Lewis, what's up, bud? Jesus, Chicago in the casa. How you doing, buddy? So badass, it sounds like a NASCAR. Well, we love the sound of a NASCAR. You know who hates your exhaust? Probably all your neighbors. All of them can't stand the NASCAR exhaust, I would think. I got to work tonight, so no fun. We're going water today, unfortunately. No adult beverages in this live stream. Sad. Rick says, how much would it cost to add the hood scoop to a 1794? Rick, we're going to take care of that right now for you, buddy. I'm going to give you real world pricing. We're going to go to sparksparts.com right here on the live stream. If you don't know, Sparks Parts, they have all your Toyota part needs. Doesn't matter what it is. Performance parts all the way down to a door handle. Use promo code TundraDude34 to save 5%. So there's the first plug of the live stream. So the question from Rick was how much to add a hood scoop. So let's get a general idea on how much it'll cost. Let's see if they come painted. What color, Rick? Let's go with that real quick. You want it on a 1794? So what I did, you can't really see this here. When you go to the sparksparts.com website, the first thing that pops up, popular Tundra upgrades. That's where we're going. And then I'm going to go down. The hood scoop is the third option down, right above the exhaust. We're going to click that. So the price of the hood scoop right now is $573. And it comes with a bunch of pieces. The hood scoop grill, rubber seal. You'll see when you actually go there. There is drilling required. Please keep that in mind. And it doesn't say anything about picking your paint color, so I'm guessing this thing comes unpainted, and then you will have to get it painted. You could probably email Sparks Parts, sales@sparksparts.com, and they will give you a quote to get it painted. But it's $573 before shipping, okay? You get the 5% off promo code TundraDude34, but then you got to get it painted and installed. So I would definitely not install this yourself. This one you might want to go to someone because, like I said, you have to drill into your hood. But yeah, so the overall start of the price, $573. Not cheap. Not cheap at all. Now I got to get caught up because I'm way behind on the comments. Let's see what we got. Okay. Travis says, hi, Mark. Travis from Wisconsin. All right, cool. Love Wisconsin. 6-7 in the house. Indianapolis is here. Good stuff. Beiserman, hey, Mark. Hot as heck in Michigan. Yes, it is warm out. It's warm here as well. I don't know if you could hear that behind me, but there is an oscillating fan going because it is so hot in my basement. So we're going to get through this thing. Now, here's another plug for you. I got this Under Armour style performance tee on, so you can't see how sweaty I'll get. You can get this at Toyota Outfitters using promo code TundraDude. One word, all capitals. Saves you 25% site-wide. That's big savings. Get both plugs out of the way nice and early. Johnny5 says, LOL, the ones that called the cops on me 5 times in 1 week are hating life right now. I would think so. Julio says, I did a muffler delete straight pipe, and she sounds so awesome. If you could get me an audio clip, I'd love to hear it. TundraDude34@gmail.com if you could do that. Steve says, hi from Levittown. Hello, Steve from New Jersey. Derek says, what's up from San Antonio, Texas. The great San Antonio, Texas. The mecca of the Toyota Tundra. How you doing, Derek? All right, Rick, you got the mesquite brown, so it's not going to be cheap, buddy. I feel like at the end of the day, with paint, the part, the shipping, the install, you're probably going to be looking around $1,000 for a non-functional hood scoop. So keep that in mind, bud. That's not cheap stuff. Steve, what's going on? Steve is in Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. Paratrooper says, I was in Yorkton, Saskatchewan yesterday and was offered approximately 51,000 Canadian dollars for my 2018 Tundra TRD Crewmax, 19,000 kilometers, mint. Because of the demand of these trucks in the U.S., it would go there. We're going to talk about that in a moment. In fact, no, let's talk about that right now. So the crazy part about values with trucks right now are, and I talked about this in yesterday's video, make sure you see that. Toyota's going to be cutting some production, about 40% production in September. There is a COVID situation going on in Asia with lockdowns and, they just can't build the chips fast enough. And there's already a chip shortage. So there's a lot going on that is hurting production. And we've seen it all year. There's been problems all year with production and, the lots being empty and everything like that. But the used values are way up. I got offered $58,000 from a dealership in Michigan the other day for my TRD Pro Tundra. Still not selling that. People keep asking, are you going to trade it in? No, I'm going to trade it in when the next generation comes. I don't care how much the value is right now. If the next generation is delayed for some reason, that truck is going to stay until the next generation gets here. I don't care if I lose a little money. I love the thing. I would love to keep it. Can't afford both trucks, but I'm keeping it until the very end. I don't care about value. But as you can see from Paratrooper right here, in Canada, he's getting offered more money than he paid for it. And that's what everybody's going through. A lot of people paid, say, $48,000 US for their truck, and now they're getting offered 50 grand and there's 20,000 miles on it. It's insane what's going on out there right now. And there's stories like that over and over and over again. It's crazy. Alfred says, should I keep my 2020 Tundra Limited or aim for the new redesigned Tundra? It's a very tough question. I really like the 2020 and 2021 Tundras because of the modern upgrades like Entune 3.0, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa, push button start, shark fin antenna, the app that gets you to, you can start your truck, you can see where your truck is, schedule your appointments. The Toyota app, long overdue for the Tundra. I still love the current generation, so that's going to come down to a personal choice. To be honest with you, I'm going to be real with you guys right now. If I didn't have a YouTube channel that had to do with Toyota Tundras, I'd be keeping my 2020. And that's just the way it is. I'm getting that next generation to talk about that and do reviews with it for the channel, of course, because that is my JOB with you guys. But my 2020, it's the perfect Tundra in my opinion. That 5.7, super responsive. I still like the 6-speed. I don't care about the gas mileage as much. So, is what it is, but that's going to be up to you, Alfred. Jimmy, what's going on, bud? Elmer says, hello from Lebanon, PA. My Tundra brother from another mother. Yes, sir. Is Lebanon close to Hamlin? Let me know. I feel like I've seen signs on my way up there. Cal, what's going on, buddy? How's it going, buddy of mine? Just bought a 2021 off-road. Didn't want the V6. We've heard that a lot as well. A lot of people don't want a V6. They still want a V8 in their truck. America, even though you're in Canada. Canada and America. Johnny5 says, Julio, call Keith at Dirty Deeds. He got me hooked up with the long tube headers, mid pipes, X pipe, and the dual side dump. My Tundra is so loud, it's unreal. J5, we may have to do a new fan feature on your truck. You doing some passes, a little startup, a little revving, and we could give Keith some love in that too. Keith owns Dirty Deeds Industry. You may know it as BA Muffler. They have a lot of great systems out there, and Keith is a great guy. So go check them out. Dirty Deeds Industries, BA Muffler. They got the budget system. It's like $600. Sounds awesome. Keith could do all sorts of custom work. He's all about the Tundra, so go check him out. Beiserman says, so I decided to go with the 4Runner in Super White Venture Edition. It's a good-looking truck there, bud. Trading in my 19 Silverado and getting the 4Runner on Tuesday. Can't wait. 500 below MSRP. Make sure you send me some pictures. Can't wait to see it. Cal says, smash that like button. Don't break the live stream, but yes, please, smash that like button. That was stupid. Lewis says, can I plug and play push button start for my 2016 Tundra? There's probably some aftermarket systems out there that you could do it. Would it be worth it and what would be the price? I'm not sure. You got to look around and then report back to us and let us know what you find because I would love to know that as well. Push button start is awesome, but I mean putting the key in and turning it, it's not the end of the world either. Tukes, what's going on, my man? How you doing? How's your Saturday? I can't believe I'm this awake. I just woke up. You guys know I work overnight. We're in the 7-day run. It is what it is. Probably the 2 cups of coffee I just had. Brian says, Brian from Ohio, love the channel. Keep it coming. Brian, thanks for being here, buddy, and I appreciate you watching. Johnny5 says, Pro Speed in Houston, Texas, did the install of the full exhaust, the cold air intake, and the full tune. My truck is crazy. So let's see a show of hands. Do we want to see Johnny Five's truck on a fan feature? Do we want to see what this truck is all about? He's done some insane stuff to it. Let me know. Raise that hand. Johnny Five says, everybody getting offers on these premium trucks, and I'm over here doing my thing with mine. Ha ha. Screw resale value, hashtag. Yeah, that's the thing, man. My issue is if you trade your truck in for good money and high value right now, you're still going to have to buy another truck at that insanely inflated price. Got to keep that in mind. Jimmy says, I'm good, Mark. Well, I'm glad you're good, Jimmy. Alex says, about to go pick up a 2020 TRD Pro. Alex, what color, bud? That's big. J5 says, Keith knows what's up. He's a great guy. Elmer says, not very far from Hamlin. We are 8 miles east of Hershey. All right. I do love Hershey Park. It was a good time. Jimmy says, don't break the live stream. That's it, buddy. Can't smash that like button too hard. Leonard, have they ever had a different white for the Tundra other than super white? I like the pearls, but have never cared for super white. Okay, so for 2021, they started to do a thing called Windchill Pearl. Okay, but it's only available on 1794 and Platinum. And Nightshade Edition. I don't know if it's available on the regular limited, but Nightshade Edition. And that is that sparkle white. It's a little bit off. It looks amazing. I really hope Super White, which is still available on the lower trims, and the TRD Pro, they should bring that Windchill Pearl to the TRD Pro as well, because it's just premium pricing at that point, right? By the way, what do you guys think of this shirt? This is a Lunar Rock TRD Pro Performance t-shirt. You can actually see, if you've been around a Lunar Rock truck, sometimes it looks gray, sometimes it almost looks like a mint green. This shirt does that in the light as well. I dig it. I dig it. Available, Toyota Outfitters. Cal says, let's see the Johnny Five rig. Absolutely. We did a fan feature on Johnny Five's truck a few years ago, but now he's done all this crazy exhaust work to it. I want to see it. Tam, what's going on? Good to see you. Alex says, white. Nothing better than a TRD Pro in white with all the black accenting. That color scheme will never get old to me. 6-7 says, yeah, there's nothing to buy if you sell your truck. It's like the housing market right now. So this is, let's just make up a scenario here. Say your house is worth $200,000. You could probably sell your house in a couple days for $250,000 to $270,000 because the market's red hot. But the problem is, then you got to go buy one. And that, once again, is where you have to deal with everything's evening itself out. Everything's nuts right now. Oh, the world we live in. Let's see. J5 says, I will get videos today or tomorrow and send them to Mark. I like it, buddy. I can't wait to do it. We're going to need some information on your truck. Make sure you do the normal. List all the things you've done to it. Pictures, the whole nine. Go crazy, J5. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog himself, says, huge regret. Sold my 2017 SR5 value in 2019 with 9,000 miles for $30K. Biggest regret, Mark, especially now. I miss it. I do hear that a lot. Davey Boy Smith, my friend, a lot of people sell their truck for the good value, and then they're like, man, I wish I didn't do that. I feel you. I feel like I'm going to feel that way when my Pro is gone. Tally. All right, cool. Well, that's not Tally. I didn't do Tally. I messed up there. Did Mr. Hanky. I got the melody of funky town. There's your Tally. I sold my Tundra now. The Tacoma is the daily driver for the time being. Missed the BA muffler sound every day, though. That's actually another thing I hear. Some people, they downgrade to a Tacoma, and then they miss some of the things offered in the Tundra. My father, exact opposite. Didn't really care for his limited Tundra. Didn't like the gas mileage factor. Gas mileage mattered to him at the time. He bought a Tacoma, and he's a lot happier. So, to each their own. Tuke says, my 2021 Pro order is now a big maybe. Toyota production is all screwed up. Fingers crossed. But if not, it is what it is. Now, Tukes, have you ever thought about doing this as well? Well, first off, were you paying MSRP or were you paying like a massive markup? Because if you go on to, you know, one of those big search engine automotive websites, Auto Trader, stuff like that, and search around the country, there are some TRD Pros out there. There's a Lunar Rock in Florida right now. I just happened to look today because I'm going to try to go to the dealerships tomorrow and find something out there because there's nothing. And it's going to get worse. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Ewolf says, shout out my friend Jenna Tolles for showing me this channel. Jenna, thank you for showing Ewolf the channel. Ewolf, welcome aboard, my friend. Brian says, love the shirt. I'm telling you, man, they got a lot of new stuff coming out all the time at Toyota Outfitters. Happy to have a promo code with them, and 25% off is big savings. It's the official merchandise of Toyota TRD and Toyota Racing. So you're getting the quality stuff, right? Check them out. J5 says, you got it, bud. Little Mr. Hanky. Yeah, I messed up, man. Just trying to go tally. Alyssa, what's going on? My brother recently sold his Tacoma for way less than he could have got for it. Can't wait for the new Tundra. So it's so weird. It's so weird because your brother sold his Tundra or his Tacoma, and the values on the Tacoma are hit or miss. There are some out there. It really, from what I've seen, depends on the package when it comes to Tacoma. While for some reason the Tundras are just red hot. Red hot, doesn't matter what trim. So I guess it really depends on where you are in the country too. And you can't wait for the new Tundra, me neither. I'm just afraid there might be some kind of delay because of this production issue, you know, and what we're going into the fall. Just want to get over this whole COVID thing and move on, you know, get everybody back to normal. Tuke said MSRP no markup at all, put 500 down over a month ago. Well, I mean, you may want to look around and see what you could find. Let's see, the 2021 Tundra TRD in Florida that you mentioned, was it in Melbourne? I believe it was, sitting right out front the dealership. I saw it on Instagram yesterday. Somebody took a picture. It's probably gone by now, to be honest with you. Mr. Dillon says, I can't wait for the new Tundra. September 2021 is apparently the unveiling. I was 13 when the 2007 Tundra debuted. There you go. Yeah, I'm ready to see this thing. I'm ready to get this rumor stuff done. We're probably going to get another teaser this Tuesday if it follows the trend that it's been doing, which is every other Tuesday. So we shall see. I'm not mad about another teaser. I'll be happy to make another video, but I'm definitely ready to see everything and the pricing. That's what I'm all about. Pricing, when is stuff hitting the dealership lot? What are some of the options? Let's see. Was Toyota smart? Did they make these Tundras like some of the other brands out there where you could kind of make your truck as you go? Every little detail, every little feature instead of just packages? We shall see. Stay tuned. Alyssa says, I visited the San Antonio factory and it was really interesting to see. I got to do that. I still haven't been to San Antonio to see the factory. 5 years doing a Tundra channel. You'd think I'd make it down there by now. Davey Boy says, after selling the Tundra, I bought a used Nissan Frontier. I like it, but man, do I truly miss the Tundra. Someday I'll be back. I have continued to follow your channel, man, even after selling it. Be well. Davey, we miss you, buddy, and you will be back. We're going to make sure of it. The British Bulldog has to have a Tundra. That's just the way it is. Jose says, Toyota isn't cutting production at the Texas plant. Full steam ahead for the new model. Love to hear that. Love to hear that 100%. Good stuff. Cameron says, sold my 2020 TRD Pro a few days ago for $53,700 with 12,800 miles to a local Toyota dealer in SoCal. Only thing keeping me sane is knowing my 4Runner TRD Off-Road will be here next week. There you go. Well, congratulations on a good sale. Hope you got a good deal on the 4Runner. And I mean, there's always another day to buy another Tundra. I say that as well. You sell one now, maybe have a little regret, but eventually the prices will come down and there will be some inventory on the lot. The two things we look for. All right, Scott, what's up, buddy? Chester County, Pennsylvania. I like it. Manu says hello from San Antonio, Texas. We got a lot of San Antonio in the house today, so thank you everyone for tuning in. And like I said, San Antonio, the mecca of the Tundra. It is where the Tundra is made. We love it. Gotta love it. So where is everybody coming from today? Some people have shouted out where you are. Where are you in this great country? Let us know, please. Andrew says, so what's everybody's number to sell because of the shortage? Mine is 65 grand for my 2021 Platinum. I think it's 65 grand. I would have to. I mean, that's real money. I'm at 58 right now. That was the most recent offer. I don't want to sell it. I love it to death. I'm going to regret every second when that truck goes, but 65 grand, I do have a mortgage. And yeah, you know, financially, got to do it. Cal says, any word on the 6-foot box yet? I will say this. Some of the mules, the test mule Tundras out there have had a 6-foot bed with a Crew Max. So you may be seeing that. It may be an option. I'm going to say yes. I know the Pro won't have it, but what about the other trims? I'm thinking it'll be more of a limited and down. Definitely SR5 and SR. We shall see. But yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, a lot of the test mules out there have been spotted with both beds. So that's a good thing. Johnny5 says, LOL, Andrew. I like that question. But only Zuckerberg or Gates could afford to pay my asking price. I hear that. Beiserman says, and I always hope I say this name wrong. Labady Toyota had a Tundra Trd Pro and Lunar Rock in transit on their website. That is the dealership that gave me the quote. So they seem like they're a really good dealership in Michigan. They got a really good rating. I think it was 4.7 of 5 stars on the Google rating, which is really good. So, and the folks I know there seem awesome. I hope it wasn't the one I had on order with the dealer in Melbourne. The Tundra was supposed to go into production on 8/20/2021 and be delivered in September. Probably not. These orders are so behind that, you know, say they had one to be built in May or June and it doesn't get there till August. I mean, that's common. It just depends. Do you know your VIN on your order? Some people do, some people don't. Joe says, never getting rid of my 2020 Tundra Platinum or my 2020 Platinum Sequoia. 5.7 V8 all day. It's a good way to be, my friend. Alyssa says, hello from Toyota headquarters in Plano. There you go. Toyota headquarters in Plano, Texas. The other mecca of the Tundra, where they make all the decisions. Lewis says, Dominican Republic. All right, good. So we're all over the place right now. So we're out of the U.S. We got a little Canada. We're all over the country. We got a lot of Pennsylvania, New Jersey here, which I want to go somewhere else. Cal says Winnipeg, which he's well represented right there, I believe. Winnipeg Police Department. Tally says, hi from the mountains of Arizona. There you go, buddy. Dylan says, Los Angeles County, California, where the Tundra prices are insane, right? That's one thing. Every time I look countrywide at Tundra prices, California always has the highest. Don says, Pro, do they make a supercharger for the 4.6 Tundra? I don't believe they do. Actually, I know they don't. But if you look around, and not Magnuson, if you look at some other companies out there, they may make some kind of a custom supercharger for you. It's not going to be cheap. And you're putting a lot of reliability in question at that point because of lack of testing. But they don't make a 4.6 supercharger as of right now. It'd be cool to see, though. Andrew says, I don't want to sell, just to clarify, but 65K is 65K. I'll get a Camry hybrid. Checking in from Springfield, Missouri, is in the house. Good stuff. Yeah, 65 grand is not cheap money. Like I said, I keep trying to think ahead. When this TRD Pro goes, because I have to get the next generation, which I'm pumped about. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the next generation. Massively. We've been talking about it on this channel since, what, 2018? I mean, I have the playlist to prove that. But this Pro, of all the 6 Tundras that I've owned, I love more than anything. I love this Pro more than I loved my Supercharged Platinum. All right, and that was a fun build and everything. There's just something about this truck, man, and I'm going to get rid of it. And I wish I could afford both trucks. That's my big thing. I wish I could keep this generation Tundra and just ride this thing out and see how long the 5.7 V8 could go. I'd have the thing for like 30 years because of the limited miles I put on the truck, and then have a next generation to swap out every, 3-4 years would be nice. But come on, can't afford both of those trucks. They're not cheap. That truck was 56 and change MSRP, and I'm thinking the new Tundra will be big money. So we shall see. Specifically, Lancaster, California, near Edwards Air Force Base. Copy that. I sold my 2021 Silver 1794 edition for 55 grand in June to CarMax. Not bad at all. 1794, the best trim you could get on the Tundra. I'll never give up. I still want one. Never had one. I'm going to say this name wrong, so I'm going to call you Mr. Dang. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Don says, do they make a super... We already answered that. Mr. Dang says, Brampton, Ontario, Canada. A lot of Canada in the house today. Gotta love it. It's like the 51st state. Canada, we love you. There's a lot of Canada represented up there as well. By the way, in case you didn't see my other video, for those of you that have sent emergency service and military patches that you don't see your stuff up there yet, good news. It took forever. But I finally got another one of these things for the patches, so that will be going up next to that one. And if you sent me a patch, you will be seeing it up there very soon. Before we go any further, because I always have to do this, a huge thank you to anyone in any emergency service, police, fire, EMS, or any military service in the United States and Canada. Thank you every day for your service and protecting us at home and abroad. I appreciate you, and that is why that is up there. Because I love you guys. Cameron says, I can only speak for SoCal market, but prices are leveling out. Nice. It's even happening in the housing market. If you're looking to sell and in a position to make a profit, take it or keep it. Yeah, very good. Very good. Absolutely. Brian says, what's up, brother? How you doing, pal? Picking up a 2022 GX460 Another reliable buy to have along with the TRD Pro. How many miles on your Pro now, buddy? It's coming with an updated interior. Looking forward to that. Need some luxury for myself and the wife. I hear that, buddy. I hear that. Camper, what's going on? Here for a short bit. I love it. Local dealer called and emailed me this week wanting to buy my truck. Told them in a nice way. No, I'll put that way. I'm not going to say what you put there. Mr. Strickland in the house. How you doing, buddy? Wilson, North Carolina. Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. Always hits that like button on Twitter. Thank you, pal. Appreciate it. Dylan says, yes, LA prices are insane. I saw a used 2020 Tacoma TRD Pro for $56K. Stop. Because right here in the great state of New Jersey, I found a TRD Pro Tacoma. I guess it'll depend on the mileage here. Almost 60K. I had about 12,000 miles on it, I believe. It's not there anymore, so I can't double check it. Everything is selling out around here. I have the VIN for the TRD Pro and Lunar Rock that is on order. Hopefully it will be delivered in September. I live in South Carolina. However, I will fly to Melbourne, Florida to take delivery. I can't wait. One piece of great advice for you, good sir. Keep this in mind. If you've heard me say this before, good. If not, this is all for you. Make sure you stay up with your dealer, okay? Call them at least once a week to keep you fresh in their mind. You put a deposit down. They ordered that truck for you. You want to make sure you get it. I've heard some nightmare stories every once in a while where people will do a handshake deal and they'll, hey, we'll call you when it comes in, and they never get a call. Truck comes in, everybody forgets, they sell it to someone else. You don't want to be that guy. So make sure you take the time, call them once a week, build a little bit of a relationship with them just to make sure you get what you want and the transaction is 100% awesome, because that's what you need. Nothing's worse than a bad car buying experience, because that feeling kind of gets pushed off onto the vehicle, and nobody wants that. We want to have a good time when we buy these cars. Look, you buy a house, very expensive. The second thing to a house, it's going to be a car. So you want to make sure when you're spending that kind of money, you have a great experience. Chris, what's going on, buddy? I may be in South Carolina, but home is Boston, waiting for the next gen. Oh, Boston, how we love you. You got to go home, see the Sox down in Fenway Park. You know, where I parked the car. Be a trooper about it. Andrew says, anyone able to get their hands on, oh, I hit the wrong button. Anyone able to get their hands on some Bilstein 5100 and 6100? Dealer said there's a back order for them, but waiting to put a 3.1 lift on my truck. There's been a back order on them pretty much all of the summer and some of the spring. It's just production right now. It doesn't matter what category, everything is backed up, backed ordered, or low stock. It blows my mind. I've been waiting since June after selling my 1794 to CarMax to get a TRD Pro. I think you'll be happy. I really look forward, Mr. Do, when you get your truck. Because what I'm going to ask you to do is a fan feature, going from a 1794 loaded with all of the features that you get, going to a TRD Pro, which is based off of a limited platform, so you lose a couple things here and there. I want to know how you feel, if you like, dislike. What's your pros, what's your cons? I went from a Platinum to a 1790, or excuse me, I went from a Platinum to a Pro, no problem whatsoever. Because the Pro is now built limited platform. 15 to 17, the Pro is built on an SR5 platform, so you lost a ton of luxury features coming from a Platinum or a 1794 down to a Pro. Now it kind of evens itself out. You lose a couple things here or there, but it's nothing too crazy. Platinum Pro is what I want to see, Joe says. I miss the Platinum Pro a little bit. I still talk to the owner of it, so truck's in good shape. The only issue he had with it was he hit a deer, and they had to replace the front bumper end caps, and I think the wheel well had to get fixed up a little bit, but that was it. Before we go to Glacier International, just give me one sec. It's time for a sip of water. This is the no fun, you know, gotta work tonight live stream, but I'm still having a good time, you know. 2 very strong cups of coffee before we did the live stream. So we're rocking and rolling. I'm glad you guys could jump on with me. Very sorry about the lack of live streams. It's just hard with this shift, man. Like fitting all this stuff in is a little tough with this shift, but I appreciate you guys hanging out very much. Glacier says, hey, Mark and team. Hope all is well. Congrats on the Lunar Rock. Dude, the shirt is awesome, bro. The shirt is awesome. And he's saying congrats to the Lunar Rock to Mr. Do. He's going to be very happy with that. I had a press vehicle in December. It was a Lunar Rock Tundra TRD Pro double cab. I didn't want to give it back. I didn't want to give it back at all. Jimmy says it'll be amazing that the Tundra lasts for 30 years. Just saying. I know. Definitely. Awesome patch collection. Yes. And I should say, because we're coming to it, so at the very top of my patch collection, this right here, Ladder 4, FDNY. My buddy died in 9/11. He was a fireman, and he died in the towers. So his patches are on the top here. Those are all his. So got to give love. Sam, we miss you. 20 years. Crazy. And right under him is my father, who was a Vietnam vet and a cop. And my uncle's there. And then it's the rest of you. But like I said, I got another patch board. I got a ton of patches waiting to go up. I want to represent all of you. I want to make sure everybody's up there, because I want to represent my love for the emergency services and military of this great country and Canada. Also, we should shout out the over-the-road drivers, the 18-wheeler drivers that drive all our product all over the country. They don't get enough love, all right? Even if they don't have a Peterbilt, I support you guys, because Peterbilt's the best. We know that. But a big shout-out to the over-the-road truckers as well. Anyone that keeps this country going, you're the man and the woman. All right, let's see. Andrew says, I doubt we will still use gas in 30 years. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Sure hope we do. Johnny 5 says, just to give everyone a little info about tuning your Tundra with a 5.7, I had the speed limiter removed. It does 155 now. I'll say that. Ton says, I'm near 100,000 miles on my Tundra. Any maintenance issues that should be of concern? Well, what you should do, if you break out your manual in the back of it, it'll show you when to do certain things here and there. I don't know if you do your own service or bring it into service, but they will give you what they suggested, 100,000 miles, and just follow that along as you get into the high mileage, and that thing will run forever. But thankfully, the old 5.7 V8 is one of the most reliable engines on planet Earth. So it's good stuff. Brian says 40 to 41K, no issues at all. Changing my oil every 5,000 miles along with 93 at the pump. Keeping this until it won't run anymore, whenever that is, probably never. That is a good story. I like it. You know, and I always bring this up to you. It could be Voodoo Blue if I didn't mess up. Sorry, buddy. I hope you like the white one, though. Camper Mike says, yes, I could sell for about what I paid, but what would I drive and pull my camper with? Exactly. And anything I would get right now, I would pay both arms and legs for. This is exactly right. Mr. Dillon says 60,000 for a Tacoma is insane. LOL, I guess prices are dropping now. I did see a brand new 2021 TRD Pro Tacoma, black, beautiful. TRD Pro package in the Tacoma, it's the best. I think it looks great, especially the insane colors they come out with. You know, like your, I'm not going to say Lunar Rock's insane, but they have that new Lime Rush. Like, that doesn't look so good on a giant body as far as the, you know, like a Tundra or like Voodoo Blue. Looks great on a Tacoma, because it's a little bit smaller. But that black TRD Pro 2021 that I found, I think the markup, it was like 68 grand. That's too much money. Way too much. John says, Rockland County, New York here. My local dealer tried to buy my 16 SR5 when I took it in for an oil change. No way I'm selling without a replacement Tundra. I got a question and a statement for you, John. Who is your local dealer? I grew up in Peekskill, right down the way from you. So a fellow hometowner, how you doing? Shout out Bear Mountain, where I engaged my wife. Jimmy says, I agree. Andrew Bone Skull in the house. He says, good afternoon and God bless. Absolutely, God bless. God bless to you too, sir. Jimmy says, what's up, Andrew? Camper Mike says, and as said in the movie Mad Max, last of the V8s, unfortunately. Dew says, thanks for the advice. I have put a deposit on the TRD Pro with the dealership in Melbourne. I have been speaking with the dealership weekly as you suggested. Got to do it. Way to go. I'm telling you, that will bring you success at the end. You don't want to just wait for a phone call. It never works out. Dan, I miss you, Dan. It's good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Dan is, man, you've been around the channel a long time. Thanks for the pizza. Ton says, I can't believe he hit something bogus. Yeah, apparently the deer ran in his way. I have pictures of it somewhere. I think I did a video on it when it happened. It was sad to see it hit. But it wasn't anything insane. It was just a bumper end cap and a piece of the wheel well they had to fix or something like that. I don't remember. It wasn't anything nuts. Camper says, what's the speed limiter from the factory set at? I only hit about 88 miles an hour. Didn't see some serious or any cops. There you go. I think it's 120, but don't quote me. I think J5 will be able to tell you that right now. Lord knows he goes fast. Jimmy says, I've never seen a giant deer walk on the highway. Around me, especially when I drive to Pennsylvania in the mountains, you got to watch at all times. Day, night, crowded out, middle of the night with nobody on the road. They just come out of nowhere. We have a real massive deer population issue up this way. Dylan says, don't be sorry, Mark. We understand how crazy work can be. I know. I like to put as much time and effort as I can into the channel. Overnights, they seem to take over. You know, you got to do the sleep, say hello to the wife every once in a while, have dinner, back to sleep. It's just kind of the way it goes, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Jimmy says, I'm Vietnamese. That's awesome. Andrew says, Camper Mike, I hit 104. I like it. Camper Mike says, hey, I keep them 18 wheels rolling. There you go. Dew says, I actually bought a 2021 TRD Pro for my son after buying the 2021 1794 edition. His Pro suspension was so superior to the 1794, I had to sell my 2-month-old 1794 in order to get a TRD Pro as well. Could have saved you a lot of money and could have just got you the TRD Pro suspension on your 1794, which would be making the perfect Tundra. I still haven't given up that idea. I want you to know that. I'm not over it. I still want to build the 1794 into a Pro just like I did the Platinum. But that was not a cheap build, I will tell you. J5 says, Camper Mike, 113 miles per hour is the factory limit. Brian says, I'm not a first responder, but I'll send you my social security card so you can put it up there. LOL, love that channel, bro. Been here for years. Yeah, you've been here a long time, a very long time. Robert says, have for sale fuel wheels, 8.5 by 17, brand new in SoCal. If anybody wants some fuel wheels, Robert, maybe your man to go. Hopefully he has a good price for him. Jake says, have you heard the new Toyota trim? We can't say that, buddy. That ain't right. Old Crony, what's going on, buddy? The Mopar man is in the house. Good to see you, pal. Dew says, I gave up all the creature comforts of the 1794 to get the incredible ride quality of the TRD Pro as well as the awesome muffler system. I'm telling you, the Fox suspension on the Pro is superior to any other suspension on the Tundra. I'll be honest with you. The TRD Pro used to have the Bilstein suspension, which was amazing. Piggyback, same setup, same everything, and it wasn't bad. I didn't think the Fox would be any different. Fox is better, for sure. Sir Strickland says, I hope the 2022 Tundra Platinum comes in a Lunar Rock color. I hope so, too, because Lunar Rock grew on me big time. I like Lunar Rock more than cement, being honest. Brian says, John, local dealer is LIA or Interstate. Interstate is horrible. I'm in Rockland as well. There you go. Sean says, hello, market everyone. Sean is in the house. We love it. Just got home from work and got your live topic of the day. Just saying hello to everyone. And we ended up talking about what we always is these Tundra prices and orders coming in. When will people get them? It is insane. John says, Leah Toyota in Blauvelt. I don't think that's right. I apologize for that. Old Crony says, I guess Bambi was having a bad day. Ah, man. I swerved away from a deer once and went into a full spin in a Tundra once. It was pretty awesome coming down a mountain. But didn't hit anything. NASCAR style, baby. Alyssa says, Alyssa gave a $5 donation to the channel. Thank you very much, Alyssa. She says, thanks for showing appreciation for the Tundra. I absolutely love the Tundra. You know how you know I love the Tundra? It's not the fact that I own 6. It's not the fact that I had this channel for 5 years talking Tundra. It's that I have a grill on my wall, and my wife lets it be there. Okay? So God bless my wife for allowing not just any grill on the wall. That's the second grill I've had on the wall because I had my Platinum grill before that. So gotta love the Tundra. Always have, always will. I heard the set speed was 108. Okay. Solar Empire says my father and I upgraded to Crewmax Tundras. Him from an 04 Frontier and me a Canyon. He went with magnetic gray metallic, the best, and me cement, the other best. Love them. Probably paid a little too much, but it was worth it. Hey, it's all about joy and happiness. Sometimes you got to pay a little more than you want, but as long as you're happy with the vehicle, it's going to last you a long time. You're going to make your money back over time by not having to do all the crazy, repairs that you'll have to do on the other manufacturers. Happiness matters. That's all I'm saying. Especially today. We need more happiness. We need more happiness. Steve says, good day, Tundra Dude. Steve here from Canada, Ontario. Hamilton. Nice. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Question, does anyone have issues with iPhone working through speakers on a 2021 TRD Pro? I'll be honest with you, Steve. I used to have a little bit of issues with my 2017 Platinum with the iPhone working correctly. But with my current 2020 TRD Pro with the Entune 3.0 system, I have no problem whatsoever with my iPhone working. I do suggest, since you have a 2021, make sure your Apple CarPlay is hooked up because you can do everything through that and that seems to be flawless. If you're still having an issue, take that puppy into the dealership. They may be able, they may be able to reflash your Entune 3.0 system and see if they could get it working for you. If not, replace the system. So you got some options there. But if you don't have Apple CarPlay set up, definitely do it. It is very, very much worth it. I never thought I would use it. I thought it was one of those, okay, Apple CarPlay, we get it. No, I use it every day. It's the best. I love when somebody texts me, it'll read the text to me, and then it'll let me dictate the text back. So you never have to touch your phone. Eyes on the road, safety first, teamwork second. Keep that in mind. Got to go, low battery warning. Camper Mike, it was good to see you. We'll see you next time on the live stream, my friend. Stay healthy. Love you, buddy. Deer whistles do help. I install them on all my vehicles. The PA State Police use them. Okay, copy that. Rick says, when are you going to show how much to take a 1794 to a TRD Pro? I can tell you all about it right now. If you go back and look at my playlist, Platinum Pro, that's taking a Platinum to a TRD Pro, which is the same idea. Because the Platinum in 1794, pretty much the same luxury features and everything. The only difference, 1794 is, of course, the Western theme. I have a trivia question for you, and a lot of you know this. So if it's an automatic that you know this, and you've answered this before, let other people do it. Why do they call their Western trim the 1794 Go? Make me proud. Ton says, I'm glad I had the Bilsteins installed before this backorder issue. Whew. Yep, definitely, sir. Andrew says, I hope the 2022 Platinum comes in Lunar Rock Cement or Cavalry Blue. Cavalry Blue is amazing, and if you don't remember, in 2018 there was no TRD Pro Tundra. That was the skip year when they brought Toyota Safety Sense to the Tundra. They gave some new grills, LED headlights, LED fog lights. TRD Sport was what they were pushing as far as the new trim for the Tundra. So 2018 didn't have a Pro Tundra, and that was the year Cavalry Blue was the primary color. Beautiful color, beautiful. You can find it on other trims of the Tundra, though. Mopar says, I finally made it to another stream. I'm going to put a second-gen Dodge Ram grill on my wall. You got to do it, buddy. Yeah, if you guys haven't been to a live stream in a while, I haven't done one in about 3 weeks. Quicksand TRD Pro, baby. Had to do it. Quicksand's not available anymore. My favorite color offered by the Tundra. And I know I say that about every color because I like a lot of them on the Tundra. But the Quicksand grill, that will be there for a very long time. Very proud of that grill. I missed out on a 2016 Double Cab TRD Pro in Quicksand. I'm still not over it, but at least I have a piece of it. That's what I'm saying. J5 says, a buddy of mine ran into a herd of mule deer up here in Oregon with a semi. He took out about 12 of them before he could bring it to a stop. It's crazy. Dew says, your channel is awesome, and I always look forward to your live streams and new videos. Thanks for your passion for the Tundra. And thank you for watching. Love the Tundra, but I love talking to you guys even more than the Tundra. The live streams are the most fun, and that's why I want to do a lot more of them. It's just my crazy schedule. This isn't my primary job. I unload trucks for a living. Physical, manual, fun labor. I love doing it, but obviously I try to get this thing done ASAP as much as I can. I make videos every other day, if not every day, depending on the time I have. So felt like doing a live stream today. Forgot the fact that I was tired. Pounded a little coffee, and here we are. Oh, I said that like a New Yorker, huh? Coffee. My New York is coming out. Oh. Let's see. Mopar says, Johnny 5, thud, thud, thud. Oh, yeah, big time, hitting all them deer. Steve says, great, thanks for the tip. No problemo, my friend. The dealership will take care of you if you are continually having an issue, so make sure you bring it in because they'll reset it or reflash it first, and sometimes that helps with all that kind of stuff, so don't be afraid to ask the dealer for help. Irving says, do you think the new Tundra will be able to go 1,000,000 miles? I hope so, and I hope I'm one of the ones that could test it out. I want that hybrid rumored engine to go as long as possible. Don't forget, Toyota is like the pioneer for hybrid. They've been doing hybrid longer than anybody. So everyone's worried about reliability. I think the hybrid will be the answer. I'm not worried about it at all. Twin turbo V6, that's what I want to keep an eye on. How long will they go? Because you know how turbos are. Not the most reliable things in the world, but Toyota don't play. And Mike Swears and the team, they're very thorough in what they do. Obviously, Toyota doesn't come out with stuff super fast. They're not always trying to upgrade and innovate. They take their time, they do it right. QDR, right? Quality, durability, reliability. They live there. Every single worker in Toyota lives their life by QDR. So keep that in mind. Wesley says, my papa used to drive really fast and he would be riding with his buddies and he hit 109 and the truck just felt like it went out. Then it went normal from then on. 2008, by the way. Very interesting. Very interesting. Andrew says Apple CarPlay is absolutely amazing for highway driving. 1,000,000% agree with you on that. High Voltage, what's going on, buddy? I have a 2021 Toyota Tundra Platinum Mag Gray. If I put the TRD Pro suspension on the Platinum, will that level the Platinum or create a 3-1 lift? It levels it. It levels it pretty good. I mean, you might be off by a slight little bit, like if you're real OCD about it. But when I put mine on, I put the TRD Pro suspension on a Platinum, look level to me. It's pretty much a 2-inch front end lift. That's what you're getting out of it. And that takes care of that rake a little. I think you'll be happy with it. Save 5% on Sparks Parts using promo code TundraDude34 on that Pro suspension. Go get them. Johnny5 says, Girl Strickland, it's 113. That was on GPS and aftermarket digital gauges. The stock analog and digital speedo both have a readout of 115. Nice. Viserman says, used to be the ranch the factory was built on, established ranch in 1794. Viserman, email me, TundraDude34@gmail.com, buddy. Do it soon, like right after this live stream. Bone Skull says 110 or 115 miles per hour. I think it's limiter. Yep. Wesley says, butchered the grammar on the last comment, but anyway, I got through it. Sometimes you got to just get through it. Andrew says, magnetic gray, metallic, best color. AG, best color. Quicksand, best color, and that would be me. I like a lot of things about the Tundra. I got to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Army green, I'm going to say it's the best color. Quicksand. If you want my order for real, this is the order for real. I'm going to give you the ones I truly like. This is tough. Quicksand's probably number 1, okay? Number 2, I'm going to go army green. Depends on the package, though. Number 3, magnetic gray. Like my regular color, we'll call it, is magnetic gray metallic, like not the specialty colors. That's my favorite. You can't go wrong with that slate metallic look. I like Lunar Rock. Cement, I like cement. I think I like Lunar Rock more. Cavalry Blue is very nice. I like them all. I just like Tundras. I don't know what to tell you. Bone Skull says, thinking 115. Do says, 1794 was the year of the rent. Yes, sir. We got that. Cool. RB says, Lancaster Toyota PA has a 1794 in transit to the dealership in smoked mesquite. Just an FYI. Thank you, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of Tundras coming in right now. My local dealership doesn't have anything. They have one used, which I'm going to attempt to film tomorrow. That Hurricane's coming up the shore. Yeah, they have one used, but apparently they have 7 coming in, so I can't wait for that. Ranch should have been a cowboy, says Mopar, and he's singing it. Joseph says, got the best mileage on my 2020 SR5 TRD off-road double cab the other day on a 60-mile round trip. On open 55-mile-per-hour country roads, 21.5 mpg according to the onboard computer. So if you give or take with the onboard computer a little bit, so let's say if it's showing 21.5, you probably got like a 19.5 to 20, so that's amazing. Well done. Tomeo, what's going on, buddy? Man, I missed half the show. Was washing my truck in the rain. That's the fun way to do it. That's God's water you're using, and you're saving on your bill. That's the way to go. Just soap it up. Tomeo says, nice work, Joseph. I got 18 for a 74-mile trip. I like it. HS says, where the hell do I find a leather bra for a 2021 TRD Pro? There's got to be, like, I would think like an auto anything or something like that. But can I ask you a question before you buy the leather one? Have you ever thought about doing like a clear bra? That way you're not going to mess with the look too much. If you look at the way a clear bra goes on these things, you don't see anything. All you see, if you really look in the sun, is it goes up a little bit into your hood. You could see the line, but that's it. No big deal. So you might want to look into that. That could be put on at any of your, local automotive shops. No big deal. Check that out. Romero says, I apologize for my lateness. I was at church. What's up? How you doing, pal? I hope you enjoyed church. Just talking a little bit about Tundras, talking a little bit about ordering, pricing of these Tundras nowadays. What is the best trim? Which that's an easy 1794. Old Crony says, what are your thoughts on red and white two-tone paint job from my 99 Dodge Ram 1500? I like it only if there is a giant painted picture of Bill Paxton on the hood. All right, we got to support Bill Paxton and Twister with a Ram. But yeah, that's a great color option. I like it, especially for a Dodge. Got to love those 90s Dodges. Johnny5 says, cement gray all the way, and he owns one. Andrew says, anyone else enjoy driving with the moonroof and back window down? Andrew, I'll be honest with you, especially highway driving, I don't even put the side windows down. Moonroof, back window, perfect airflow, every single time. Old man, how you doing, buddy? TD, honest opinion, is the 2022 going to be available, purchased before end of 2021? Yeah, that's the, I mean, The problem is there is no guarantee with any of this, but I keep hearing November, December 2021. So as long as that doesn't change, and I've been hearing that for a very long time, we should be in the money. It's also going to depend on where you live in the country. Obviously, these trucks come out of San Antonio, Texas. So San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Plano, all of the towns in Texas get the trucks first, and then they kind of go north. So really depends on where you live, but it's looking like the end of this year. We're getting there. It's August already. This summer went way too quick. Old Crony says, V-Belt and Son painted his Dodge Restoration Project Toyota cement gray. I like it. I'll have to check that out. Tomato says, no watermarks or drying. I like it. HS says, I'm in Saskatchewan. It's for cold weather, negative 50 degrees Celsius. Then you probably need the leather. Have you looked at some of your local shops up there? Because, I mean, if it's that cold, they probably specialize in some things. I would check some of your local shops around your town, or your area at least. That might be the way to go. Support the local businesses. J5 says, cement gray trimmed in black. Nothing wrong with that at all. Bone Skull says, I have an 07 5.7 liter and looking at a newer model. Just wondering if the newer ones are still having water pump leaking issues at lower miles. I have not heard that issue for a very long time on these new trucks, or newer trucks, so I'm going with no. But if anyone has a water pump issue they want to talk about, help Bone Skull out. Go get them. Crony says, honestly, I would love to paint Bill Paxton's Dodge on the hood like a mural, but that'd be digging into my bank account quite a bit. I think I'll just do a giant Ram logo on the hood. It's a really nice truck you got there. Thank you. Is it fully covered? Liability only. Some of the greatest lines in that Twister movie. I love Twister. I can name the truck Bill, though. That you have to. You have to. In my basement, you can't really see my basement right now, but my goal is I want to get a couple pinball machines. Used to like pinball a lot when I was a kid in the arcades. I want to get Independence Day, because you guys know, maybe you don't know, Independence Day is my favorite movie of all time, the Alien movie. If you can see behind me, I have the Independence Day right there. The box holding all the stuff. So I want to get an Independence Day pinball machine, and I want to get the Twister pinball machine. Does anyone remember that? When you start hitting some points, a fan comes on and starts blowing wind at you like it's a Twister, with Bill Paxton yelling, everybody underground now, like from the movie. It's good times. Great movie. Still a great movie. Riley says, drove by a Toyota dealership in Montana when I visited Yellowstone, and there were 23 Tundras on the lot. Just, it's all about where you are in the country. It's pretty crazy. There's nothing around me. Old man says, I hope you're right, bud. I need the tax write-off. If I have to wait until 2022 calendar year, it could sway my purchase decision. The best thing you could do is talk to your local dealer, and as soon as they start getting allocations, you'll get an idea. So stay up with your local dealer. If the Tundra is released in September, like the rumors are, not released but revealed, that'll point you in the right direction. Then they'll know right after that. Tomeo says, I have a 2019 with 13,000 miles and no water pump issues. There you go. Glacier says, ordered another Platinum Tundra 6 weeks ago. That would be my 5th Platinum. Love Tundras. Excited to see the full reveal of the 2022. What do you think 6-ton towing? Dude, listen, I'm thinking the next generation Tundra is going to shock us with how much it could tow. I've heard some rumors out there, but it's a wait-and-see game. I still think they should come out with some heavy duty, so then we could see some, you know, hot shot style Tundras out there. How cool would that be? Andrew says, Independence Day 2 was rough to watch. Truth, buddy. Truth. And that's what that box is. That's the Resurgence box there. But one day, Andrew, we're going to sit down and have a beer, and I'm going to tell you how I would have wrote Independence Day 2. Because, like I said, I'm a giant fan. I mean, stupidly giant fan of number 1. I could recite the whole movie. I'll tell you how I would write number 2. And I don't need Will Smith. I would have did it a different way. Total different. Twister is a classic, absolutely. Romero says, am I the only one who wishes Toyota will do an emergency redesign for the Tacoma, especially since the new Frontier is so good? Let's hope the Toyota Tacoma will come out 2023. They're due for a redesign in the next couple model years. I think the Frontier looks good. I think it looks like a Tacoma. I like the current design. Maybe that's just me. J5 says, I got the 18 with 35,000 miles and no leaking of any fluids. Like it. Alyssa says, I used to have the Twilight Zone pinball. I'm jealous because that and the Addams Family are my other 2 favorites. You're about to, I forget what he used to say. You're about to enter a dimension of sight and sound. That guy's voice was awesome. But pinball machines, man, I'm into it. I have a whole idea if my wife will let me. I want to get a statue, life-size statue of the Terminator exoskeleton in the corner. I want to make it like a little arcade down here. Get the credit card out, I guess. Tomeo says, see, I'm right by Seaside Heights, and if you don't know what Seaside Heights is, arcades. Asbury Park's up the way. This is on the Jersey Shore, so there's a lot of shops around here that refurbish all this stuff, and you could buy them. So definitely going to do it. Definitely. Tomeo says, Bill Paxton in Aliens is my favorite and #1 favorite movie. Aliens, amazing. Just amazing. HS says, I think Toyota fixed the water pump issue a while ago. I agree. Alyssa says, Twister was my favorite. Twister, if you watch it right now, still completely relevant. Absolutely love it. One thing I learned from Twister, and I take with me everywhere I go every day, don't fold the maps. Roll the maps. Got to write that down. Johnny5 says, I feel a dead issue coming on. How about a dually diesel Tundra and Crew Max with an 8-foot bed? I'm into it. I'm into it. It's not going to happen. Won't be diesel, but I'm into it. Mopar says, my buddy sent me a picture of the Twister Dodge Ram leading the way in the middle of a storm. It was a piece of artwork done by someone. I love it. Andrew says, Mark, do you like the old or new Land Cruisers? So the Land Cruiser that they just revealed out for the Middle East market, like Dubai, was amazing looking. It has like the Toyota Heritage Grille. Kind of looks like a TRD Pro setup. I think they look awesome. I love the older ones. One day I'm going to buy an older one. The current ones aren't bad. They're just very, very luxury now versus what they used to be, which is more of like, you know, that utility Range Rover off-road style. Like even the old Range Rovers versus now everything's all about the luxury and on-road stuff because that's where they spend all their life. But those old, you know, Range Rovers, Land Cruisers, all that stuff were awesome. I'm lost where I am. Old man says, one last question. What are your thoughts on the reasoning for the driver's side only exit exhaust? I think they're making room for all the hybrid batteries and all that stuff they got to put under the truck now. So that could be it. I was hoping for a dual setup, but it is what it is. I'm sure someone aftermarket will come out with a dual setup for the Tundra, and they'll just have to work it through and around, you know, the battery packs and everything if it is a hybrid and go from there. But we will see a dual exhaust eventually. Old Crony says Toyota needs to start making heavy-duty trucks and have Caterpillar build the diesel engines for them. Like I always say, Toyota focuses on the half-ton market because it's a small market share of that half-ton setup. I mean, Ford, they sell like almost 1 million F-Series a year. Toyota sells between 110 and 120,000 Tundras a year, which is very commendable because they haven't done a redesign in a very long time, and they're still selling over 100,000 trucks. So I think they should focus on the half-ton, get their sales up there. A lot of advertising. They got to get back into the advertising game with the Tundra like they did for the 07 reveal and everything like that. You remember those commercials where it would show the truck towing and slamming on the brakes right before falling off the mountain, or going up that, you know, twisty tower with all the fire shooting at it. Toyota Tundra. You know, that guy's voice going on and all that. That'll help. Once they build their half-ton market up, then move into the heavy duty if they can. They got to make sure the market share is there. Toyota's not stupid. They're the #1 manufacturer in the world for a reason. So they're going to do smart stuff. J5 says, Mopar they do. It's called Hino. Yep. Or is that Isuzu? No, Hino is Toyota. LOL, I got too much other stuff in my head to remember. Mopar says, yeah, they have those, but I was meaning more of a pickup 1-ton truck. Romero says, no, Toyota can make the engines themselves. They have the extremely reliable A09 diesel turbo from Hino. They don't need Caterpillar. Beiserman says, Philip Seymour Hoffman and Twister, awesome. The suck zone. That's where the tornado sucks you up. I love it. It's the point basically where the Twister sucks you up. There you go. You just wrote it. That's not the technical term for it, obviously. Classic line. I love him in that movie. It's the wonder of nature, baby. Wesley says, in Australia, they have a 4.5 liter to V8 diesel. They need to do that. Oh, yeah. They definitely need to do stuff like that. But we're not going to see a diesel. There's too many laws and rules with EPA and everything with diesels. I mean, look at diesels and other brands. They're choking them out. Anything before, I think, 05 or 06, now they have DEF fluid. They're just heavily regulated. It's just not what it used to be with diesels. Oops, sorry about that. I hit the mic wire. Maybe I should go wireless. Who knows? But yeah, so I wouldn't expect a diesel in a Tundra anytime soon. They're going the other direction. Small displacement, forced induction. That's what we're going to see. And yeah, Wesley says, especially since it would fit and be reliable. Absolutely. Glacier says, Johnny, definitely Hino after 21 years on Toyota diesel. Give me a hybrid Tundra for sure. Romero, it's just a thought of mine. I like Cat's diesel engines. Well, Cat's diesel engines go forever too, right? So nothing wrong with that at all. The new diesel engines are becoming more reliable. Yeah, I just don't see Toyota getting in that game right now, especially with what we just talked about with the market share in the half ton. It just might not make the sense. There's going to be a budget for the Tundra, so Mike Swears and the team have to work within said budget, and they also have to give you guys what you keep talking about. So they have to kind of, slice a couple things out to bring a couple things in to get you guys the things you want, like lockers. We've talked about that, a rear locker. We've talked about stupid things like the driver's side grab handle coming back, the multi-terrain select, all the stuff you guys always talk about that you want. There has to be give and take, and there is a budget to work in, so it is what it is. I mean, Mike's a truck guy, so he's going to try to make the best he can for us. Old man says, I'm still not buying the 18K pound towing room around the half-ton chassis. No, I think it'll be more of like I would think 13 to 14 would put it right competitive with that Ford. Mopar says, and Cat diesel engines have a very cool and distinctive sounds. Yes, sir. Yes, I agree. Mike don't love us. Come on, Mike loves us. Absolutely. Good guy. Love Mike Swears. All right, that is it today. I got to go eat dinner, do laundry, and then go to work tonight. You guys get to enjoy your Saturday night. Have a beer for me, everyone. If you're going out and having a good time, be safe, be well. Once again, a huge thank you to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you very much for everything you do. And that is why I represent you guys up there. Once again, I have a new patch board that's going up, and everyone who has sent me anything, you will be going up there ASAP. I just need a day off. So once I get that day off, I'll take care of it. But until next time, guys, I appreciate you. Get caught up. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get out to the dealerships and try to find something. Bye, Mark. Have a great evening at work. Thank you, Romero. Be safe. Be well. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Catch up through the playlists. I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you.